Alright, welcome back. So in this video, we are going to introduce an exercise for Express. It will be like a simple 3 route exercise. You'll have to make like 3 routes only. And there'll be simple get routes. You'll just be printing simple statements in all 3 of them, right? And yeah, so I'll just show you that. The first one thing that I didn't mention in the last video is that this URL can be different for everyone. So it's best if you just go to your IDE, you get your URL and that you paste here. Don't try to copy this exact thing right here, right? This will not work until I am running my server, of course. And I'm not going to run my server when I'm not making a video, right? So this won't work, and you'll just have to copy and paste your own URL in here, right? So this is the app, and when I'm on slash, basically when I'm on the home page, it says welcome to my first Express app. If I go to excite, right? It says starting to make actual websites now. And if I go to slash info, it says this app was made using Express, right? So I just wanted to make this really basic thing here, right? And yeah, once you've done this, then you can come back and see the solution. And until then, I recommend that you pause, right? All right. So I hope you did that, and now let's start, right? And yeah. So I'll go here. First off, I'm inside my Express app folder right now. So I'll make a new folder called exercise, right? And inside this, I'll cd into exercise. Now I'll do the first step, which is npm init. I'll leave everything as it is except the entry point, right? So now if I do ls, I should see package.json, which I do. Now I can do is I can install Express. And let's just wait for that. Right. So now I'll do touch app.js and then I'll do Google app.js. So it now opens up app.js for me. Great. So first thing that I do is I require Express. Right. The next thing I do is I do app is equal to Express, right? So now I have to first set up my routes and then I have to make server, right? Great. So let's start with the routes. If you remember on the home route, we were getting something like, these might not be the exact statements, but you can just change the text inside and that will change the statements, but the code will be exactly what it needs to be, right? So that was right. So in the home route, we were printing out welcome to my first Express app, right? And I'll check everything side by side. So I'll have to make my server first. I'll do app.listen 3000. Right, and in here I'll do server running. Great. So now I can just run this, and I'll give you the way that I was talking about, like automatic refresh of the server now. So that is basically done through an npm package known as nodemon, right? So you have to like install the package and you have to write -g after that, right? So do that once and just wait for it. right? So now node is installed. So I'll clear the terminal first, right? And so basically we were writing node app.js multiple times, right? So if we just write node-mon app.js, then it will automatically keep on writing node app.js for us, and it will keep on refreshing the server as soon as we save any changes inside this file, right? So that's why it can be helpful. Plus, we've given the entry point in our package.json to be app.js, so we don't even need to write this. We can simply write nodemon and it will take the default entry point and will run that. So if I do this, I see it gets server running, right? Great. So now if I go here and I go to my home page, it says welcome. And this is basically the same URL. Just to show you, I'll copy that again. Right, I copied and I'll paste that. And I see I get my welcome to my first Express app. However, on Excite, I'm not getting anything. It says cannot get Excite. Right. So yeah, so that's great. The next thing I can do is I can add in my Excite route. /excite, I have to do recres. I do res.send, starting to make real websites now. And if you notice, I've hit save multiple times right now, and every time my server was restarted. You can see restarting due to changes, starting node app.js. So that's how nodemon is helpful. And then you can just leave this running, and yeah, that'll be helpful. Great. So now if I go here and I refresh, this still looks the same, but now if I go to Excite, I get starting to make real websites now. The next thing I can do is I can do /info right, and I can do res.send this app is made by Express. Great. So yeah, so this was the info, and now if I go here and I go to info, I see this app is made by Express. So yeah, our routes for the exercise have been set up, and this is all that you were supposed to do in this particular exercise, right? Great. Now I just want to show you some bonus thing inside this, that what if we wanted to print something out, if we are going to /excite/info. Currently we can't get anything, right? Because we have route set up for only /excite. If anything is following that, that is not considered the same route, right? So to add that, you'll actually have to do that the same way as you are doing this. So you can do /excite/info, right? And you can make the recres. And you can then do, I say, res.send. Express is an important part of making websites using Node, right? Great. So now server has been restarted again, and now if I go here and I refresh, I see Express is an important part of making websites using Node. Great. So now we have set up a complex route too, right? And you could have as many appends to this as you wish. You could have something like this too, and this would work, right? So making the route actually remains the same throughout the Express journey. This will not change, right? You will always make routes like this, no matter how complex your route is, right? All right. So yeah, so that was it for this exercise, and in the next one, we'll actually start seeing some, more viable and more complex things that will be useful in a lot of places, right? And we'll see a case study of some routes on some some website, and yeah. All right. So that's for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.